On the tips of our toes, with a different type of sneaking, we walk into Paul's house. We rush down to the basement, which turns out to be Paul's room. Before I even looked around the room, they have already filled their red cups. They drink the vodka straight without any cider. The way they gulp it down shows me how weak they actually are. They don't drink it to have fun. They drink it to get their demons out of their head, even though it is just for one short night. Little German, start drinking. I don't want to drink. Sure, hand it over. No, we don't. I'm not allowed to drink in the US. We are all drinking, so oh Amy, I thought you would be more fun. Don't pressure her to do something she doesn't want to do. Wow, someone stand for her. Good to defend Paul. Paul defending me almost makes me forget my first rude impression of him. 30 minutes have passed where we all just sit together drinking and talking. Brianna does most of the entertainment while the guys just listen to her and occasionally state their opinions. They ask me some questions too, but I never give too detailed answers. Instead, I hid my face behind my non-alcoholic drink apple juice. I don't feel comfortable telling them much about me yet. Either 30 minutes later, we are happily dancing on the couch to some hip-hop music I would never heard before and I'm unsure if I will ever like. Dancing like little children, having a sleepover party, laughing, jumping and feeling every little impulse of joy in our entire bodies, forgetting all our problems, all our pain. Another 30 minutes later, I find myself on the couch alone with Paul surprisingly not minding it. Brianna and John made their way to the back of the room having their own private conversation. What made you come to the America, Amy? Even though Paul sits on the other side of the couch and the light is dim and I can see his shiny, beautiful blue eyes focusing on me, they made me feel calm and happy. Amy? Right, he has asked me a question before I got lost in his beautiful eyes. Amy, I could have given him the same long, boring, detailed answers about experiencing another culture, meeting new people, and improving my English skills, but instead I chose to be honest. Nice. We all need someone that gets us like no one. For the very first time, I needed a change. Something was missing in my life in Germany, and I was hoping to find it here. I whispered in my cup, unsure why. I decided to tell him the truth. It's really brave to leave your home like that, Maybe. I've never seen it like that. We talk a little more about how I'm not lucky ending up in this crappy town. About how this is the first time hanging out with people. Paul looks at me with so much patience and interest. He actually wants to hear my story. I'm sorry about bringing you into an uncomfortable situation earlier. It wasn't fair not to tell you what we were doing. I won't let it happen again, I promise. I just smile at him because sometimes a smile can say more than 1,000 words. Right. I look over to John and Brianna who have started to make out with each other. I feel amazed. Looks like they are enjoying each other. Where's the popcorn? Just kidding. Let them do what they like. Maybe ending up on this couch with Paul is supposed to happen. I wondered that what it's like to kiss Paul. I suddenly start blushing at the thought of kissing him, and as if he could read my mind, he blushes as well. I'm sorry that I called you rude. You seem like a really nice guy. Then let that be the last of your worries. Then let be that last of your worries. And I gave you every reason to call me rude. But why exactly were you so rude to me? Was it really because of the football game? No, the truth is that I thought you were interested in John. It annoyed me, I guess. Okay, she likes the jealousy here. We talked for a little longer and somehow ended up snuggling with each other under a blanket. The art scene, which I don't like, but I have to face it. Something is on TV, but I have no clue what. All I'm concentrated on this way Paul has wrapped in on is the way Paul has wrapped his arms around me, how gently he is patting my hair, how his light blue eyes wander to look at mine once in a while. I just met him, but it feels like the most natural thing to lay there in his arms, almost like I have known him forever. It was really nice to meet you tonight, Amy. He whispers like tugging a strand of my hair behind my ear. I gasp of air. Boys have already made me feel ordinary, something nobody wants to be. Don't we all imagine ourselves as the main character in a movie? Well, I'm always one of the side characters. No, less than that. I'm a background character. Oh my god, I can so relate it. I can so much relate it. But I think we all are the main character with some people, side character with some people of our life, and the background character in some people's life. It should be us to choose where we should be, where are we, where in which place of the world we are important, okay, and we're valuable, and in which place we are no nothing. So it is, even if there's no place, find it in yourself. You will get what you deserve, okay? Believe in yourself, love yourself, accept yourself. I know these words or everybody can say, but there are there are some people who can accept it or who can follow these rules, but I'm gonna follow it, inshallah. Maybe I'm just naive, but I really enjoyed the way Paul treated me tonight. The way his touch on my skin leaves goosebumps, how I feel electrified whenever he looks at me longer than 2 seconds. Even though I have been doing gardening work all day, I feel anything other than tired. I feel awake, excited, and I want more of it, more of him. I'm really glad that we met tonight as well. Met tonight as well, guys. English is not my first language, not my mother language, and my English is very poor, but I love English and reading English and talking, and then I love reading episode and love reading it's this story especially, so nothing can stop me. So please pardon me if I'm making mistakes in my pronunciations or the way I'm reading it or talking. Just please understand me. Softly, he stroked my cheek while pulling me even closer to him. I feel how his hand moved up my shoulder to my neck. It makes me long-lasting shiver run down my spine. He just stared at me with the gentle expression in his eyes. I take a long deep breath while biting my lip, and when he leans down to me to kiss me, I let it happen. And my heart is racing even 10 times faster than it did in the car. My English is poor, and I have flu. His lips are so soft, like they are meant for mine. We connect with each other perfectly, a perfect match. Both of our hearts are beating crazy fast. No, not out of fear, but out of pleasure and lust. I feel safe and like nothing could destroy this moment. This moment is at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Sorry to interrupt, man, but Brianna has to go home. I look into John's eyes, seeing something I haven't seen before. Regret.